Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Going Guitar. I'm rocking a cool song from James Marriott. First time here on Going Guitar, I believe. And what a great song. And I'm rocking a great guitar as well. It's from Ovation. I have a review on it on Gordon Gear, a series here on Going Guitar. So check that one out. A great guitar and very cool looking. Anyway, let's focus on this song from James Marriott. Something's wrong. What could it be? Watch the video. Maybe you find out. Anyway, let's go into the song. And with the setup, we have the capo on first. That's the recommendation here to have the easiest chords as possible. And with that, we have a couple of chords to go over. So let's start with those. We're gonna start with A minor first. It goes open A, second D, second G, first B, and open E. We have next the F sharp minor. It's a bar chord. You place the index finger on the second fret, push down all strings there, and then you need to add fourth on A and fourth on D. You take that grip and slide away one fret downwards to this position. That's the F. So it's a bar chord still. Same all strings on the first fret now, and then you need to add third on A, third on D, and second on G. There we have the F. Then we have the D minor. So that is open D, second G, third B, and first E. We have the E minor as well. And that goes open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, open E. We'll also have the C chord. Third A, second D, open G, first B, open E, and finally we have the D. And that goes open D, second G, third B, and second E. Alright, so let's start with this song, and we're gonna work with downs. Fast downs in cluster of 4. So if you grab the first chord, A minor, one string around will sound like this. If you notice there, I want to separate the downs. If you can do it as well. Sounds good. So that was 4 fast downs like this. So I play on the bass strings mainly for all of these downs. The first, the second, and the fourth. But the third one I want to break out and go down and have that a little bit on the higher strings down there, right? So bass, bass, top, bass. That's how I think. Okay, and you can do that like in open way. You can have it with a muted feeling. So you lean the backside of your strumming hand on top of the strings like this, and then you get that sound with that muted feeling. All right. So anyway, it's up to you. One string around will be 4 downs in total. Let's start this one up with the first verse. We have the A minor, not 4, 8 rounds actually. So 8 rounds of A minor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is A minor 8, and then you go into the F sharp minor and play 8 again. So that's the first half of this verse. The second half will be to play A minor 8 again, then F sharp minor 4 and F4. And that is the second half of that chord progression. And you're going to play for only this one round. So to summarize, A minor 8, F sharp minor 8. Then A minor 8, F sharp minor 4, F4. And that is the first verse. I'm going to play through this one round for you. It sounds like this. Alright, so there you have the first verse, guys. Let's go into the first pre-chorus. 31 seconds in. You're unforgettable. That's where we are in the lyrics. Now you're gonna change up the strumming a little bit. So the chord progression now will be D minor to E minor to F. Okay, so the first 3 rounds will sound like this. Okay, so a little bit of a jumpy feeling here. You're gonna play D minor, down, up, up. Okay, and when it's about up, you don't have to go all the way up, and for E minor later, not all the way up like this. You just turn your wrist and get the higher strings down there, okay? So, down, up, up. That's for D minor, and you play the same for E minor, down, up, up. And then comes the F. You're gonna play down, up, 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 up. With this up in the end here, you really get this jumpy, uppy feeling, so to speak. So it goes down, up, 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 up. And that is 1 round. So like this. You play that in 3 rounds to start with. So. Okay, and the chord changes here, just some technical stuff here from D minor to E minor to F. That second fret G string, I try to focus on that from F to go back and have that on the D minor as well. Okay, so that is like a point to have. You don't have to release everything and find the chords again, especially when it goes fast between chord changes. All right, so that's just some technical tip there. Let's go into the 4th round, so to speak, because we played now 3 rounds so far. Now we're gonna play just 1 down of the same chords, so just like this, and the pause. So D minor, E minor, F, and a pause. And that pause is the end of the pre-chorus and builds up for the first chorus. And the first chorus hits at 44 seconds in if you, if you and so on in the lyric. Anyway, let's go into this one, and you're gonna play the same strumming pattern of these 4 downs as you played in this verse play. So you're gonna play now A minor, 4, C, 4, and D8. And that is 1 chord progression you're gonna play for 2 rounds. So 1 round goes like this. 7, 8. You play that for 2 rounds. And that is the first chorus. Then you have a post-chorus part at 1 minute and 9 seconds in. Okay, so does it feel like? That's where on the lyrics. And you're gonna play now the same strumming pattern if you want to. I'm gonna show you 1 second way to handle this. But first, let's go through the chords. We have F4, D minor 4, A minor 4, and E minor 4. You could play that, no problems, and it would sound like this. And that would sound actually perfectly well. But you also have 1 variation, and it's more into the bass going on there in the background. It has a certain rhythm there, so it could sound something like this. Alright, so maybe you hear the difference there. And what you do here is to think downs of clusters in 3 now instead, okay? So you're gonna play down, down, down as 1 string around, okay? And you're gonna play bass, bass, top, okay? So that is really what makes the difference here to separate where you play on the string. So it goes like this with the first chord F. So bass, bass, top. And you play that for 5 rounds plus 1 extra down on the bass. Okay, so 5 rounds of. and that extra down on the bass. Okay, so down, down, down is now one string around if you choose to go with this string pattern. Play for 5 rounds plus 1 extra down on each, on every chord we have here in this chord progression of F, D minor, A minor, and E minor. So slowly, it sounds like this. You play for only this one round, and then you jump back into the second round of everything, the second verse. All right, guys? So from now on, it's pretty much repetition here. We have this second verse played exactly in the same way as the first one. No changes there. The same goes even with the second pre-chorus and also the second chorus. And you can go almost in the same way for the second post-chorus part. The only difference here is that you're going to play for 2 rounds, okay? So 2 rounds instead of 1. And you know what, guys? Not only 2 rounds, because the outro now that follows after the second post-chorus is played still in the same way for another 2 rounds. So what you're actually gonna do after this second chorus is to play the post-chorus part for 4 rounds in total. And that will take you to the end of James Marriott's song called Something's Wrong. Great, cool song, guys. I really recommend to play this one if you want to have just a plain, straightforward song. You can go with the same strumming if you want to. We have this, let's see, 7 different chords to handle, and that's it. So good luck. Hope you have a good tutorial here with me. I hope you learned something from it, and if you did, feel free to support me here on Chord Guitar. Till next time, play tuned.